Hello, and welcome to the Narrow Road Journey. Today, we're going to be talking about the Primary Commandment with some context. The 10 Commandments. To get a little context, we need to understand what the 10 Commandments given to Moses are and their meaning. Number 1, you shall have no other gods before me. This one's pretty simple. No one to worship but God. Number 2, you shall not make for yourself a carved image. This one is like the first one. Do not make a carved image and worship it. Worship only the Lord. Number 3, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Take, in this context, meaning to lift up or carry or bear. These people draw near to me with their mouth and honour me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. Matthew 15, 8-9. Now then, we are ambassadors for Christ, as though God were pleading through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us, that we may become the righteousness of God in him. 2 Corinthians 5, 20-21. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The Sabbath actually started from sundown on Friday to sundown on Saturday. There were also high Sabbaths to consider. These Sabbaths are a day for us to give to the Lord, for us to have rest as well. Number 5, honour your father and your mother. This is the first commandment with a promise. Be helpful towards your parents, being thankful for them. Number 6, you shall not murder. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. Number 8, you shall not steal. Number 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbour. This also covers lying. And number 10, you shall not covet, meaning you should not be jealous towards your neighbour or towards others. Now the purpose of the commandment is love from a pure heart, from a good conscience, and from sincere faith. 1 Timothy 1:5. The primary commandment. Now that we understand the 10 commandments, what we need to understand is the context for the next passage. We need to understand that the Sadducees and the Pharisees were trying to trap Jesus with questions about the law. Now a scribe comes along and seems to ask a genuine question. Then one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, perceived that he had answered them well, asked him, "Which is the first commandment of all?" Jesus answered him, "The first of all the commandments is, 'Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all of your strength.' This is the first commandment. And the second, like it, is this, 'You shall love your neighbour as yourself.' There is no other commandment greater than these." So the scribe said to him, "Well said, teacher, you have spoken the truth. For there is one God, and there is no other but He, and to love Him with all the heart, and all the understanding, with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love one's neighbour as oneself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices." Now when Jesus saw that he answered him wisely, he said to him, "You are not far from the kingdom of God." But after that, no one dared question him. Mark 12, 28-34. Love fulfills the law. "Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle will by no means pass from the law till all is fulfilled. Whoever therefore breaks the one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them, he shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:17-19. So Jesus is not taking away the Ten Commandments. Rather, he is revealing the purpose of the Ten Commandments. When we look at the first 4 commandments, they can be summed up to say that you shall love the Lord your God. And the rest can be summed up by loving your neighbour as yourself, which is known in James as the royal law. Both these commandments were already written in the Old Testament. These are not new ideas. Rather, this is Jesus revealing the Father's intention. These new commandments are less descriptive. However, they are far-reaching and all-encompassing. As the Father loved me, I also have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. John 15:9-10. Owe no one anything except to love one another, for he who loves another has fulfilled the law. For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall not covet. And if there is any other commandment, all are summed up by this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbour as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbour. Therefore, love is the fulfilment of the law. Romans 13:8-10. If you love the Lord, you will obey these 10 commandments. These are still very relevant for today. David, in all of his wisdom, learned to delight in the law, and I pray that you will find that same love of God in your own hearts, and that you will be obedient to God, not out of compulsion, but out of a desire and out of love for the Lord your God. Make me walk in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it. Psalm 119:35. Make no mistake, godly love will lead you to obedience. I pray that this video has brought you closer to the love of God. Goodbye for now, and may God bless you.